Good day to you, gentle person on the internet, and thank you for joining me as we have a look at Cozy Bear Cafe as part of our ongoing search for a game that is sweet and wholesome and relaxing. Those of you who were around yesterday might have noticed that I was trying to find a game like that and ended up finding something intense that I wanted to cover anyway. So this is the next attempt at something sweet and wholesome, and I think I have succeeded. This is a very cute game, very comfortable to play, and I like it a lot, and I'm quite happy to show it to you guys. Unfortunately, I can't full screen it. There are no quality of life controls, so it is slacking a little bit. Hopefully, I think it's in relatively active development, so hopefully the developer Sprout will add those things as and when it is appropriate for them to do so. We have 3 game modes. We have standard mode, rush mode, and endless mode. The gameplay mechanics are the same in all 3 of them, so I'm just going to play endless mode to show you guys the game. Standard mode just has a time limit and impatient customers, and rush mode is, I think, quite similar, but you get to basically chase customers away if you don't want to do their orders, to try and get as high a score on the time limit as possible. But endless mode is a lot more appropriate for us to just show the game off. Because it's relaxing, it's relaxed, it's chill. And then obviously there's leaderboards for the 2 kind of timed game modes. But we're not going to look at that, we're going to jump in and play. So let's endless mode. Right, so there we have our gameplay window, our interface. We have the button which will take us back to the main menu. We have it telling us we're in endless mode. This is normally where the time limit goes, and we have the coins that we've made, which is 0 at the moment. On the top right here we have the recipes for the things that we can make. So let's go all the way, we're all the way left. We can make a fried egg just by putting egg in the griddle. We can make, I guess this is bacon. I'm not sure if this is meant to be bacon or sushi or something. We can fry that. Maybe it is fish. I'm not sure. Anyway, we can fry that on the griddle, and that's how we get a slice of that, which people ask for. We have. Is this supposed to be seaweed and rice? So onigiri. This looks like a bit of sushi because you put it on raw. You don't grill it. Also on rice. So yeah, I'm guessing that is fish sushi. We have, I guess, some kind of dumpling which we assemble and then boil in a pot. We have, I guess, like a boiled egg soup. I think we put an egg in the pot and mix it with some sauce. And then we have various ice creams, sort of lumps of ice cream that come from the freezer. And those are all the recipes we can make. These are the ones that I normally forget, so we'll leave it on that. And so we need to serve these people. So this first bear, a little panda bear I think, requires a fried egg and some ice cream. So we take an egg. The eggs, let's go for where the things are. Here are our 2 pots for boiling things. This is, not sure what that is, some kind of dough I think. Here's our seaweed, here's our bacon, here's our rice, here's the brown mix for those recipes. This is our assembling place. This is our heating grill. Here's our sauces. I think we only use the yellow ones. Bottom left here is the fridge, and then here are sort of plates and bowls and things that are just cosmetic. We don't actually use them. And here are our eggs over here in this little corner. I couldn't find them for ages. I didn't know what was going on. The game doesn't really have a tutorial. It does desperately need a tutorial, so that'll be my second critique. No quality of life sound controls and no tutorial. So yeah, dev, consider teaching people how to play your game. Anyway, here's the egg. We take an egg, we crack it, and then we throw the shell away. And that goes through a progress bar. Meanwhile, this person also wants blue ice cream, so we open the freezer, grab the blue ice cream, and give it to them. They're happy with that. The egg is done. We give it to them. If we leave the egg on there too long, it burns. It goes bad. We can't use it. And then this person goes, oh, here's some money, and they give us a heart and they leave. Next person just wants 2 ice cream, so you want a blue and you want a brown. Money. Okay, this person wants these soup things, which we need an egg in the pot plus sauce. So let's grab an egg, put it in the pot, throw the shell away, another egg, put it in the pot, throw the shell away. Let's wait for those to cook. Yeah. Give this person a pink ice cream meanwhile. So grab the egg there, grab the egg there. Now we need to put the sauces on them. Zhunk and zhunk. And I think that's 2 of those. Yes, 1 and 2. And they've given us a big chunk of money for that. That's very, very nice. I've made 26 coins. So now we have one of these dumpling things. The dumpling things was that plus that, and then put it in the pot. So it is one of those. I think that's like a dough. And then this is the filling. And I thought this was made, so I'm like, why does this not work? I didn't realize that we've got to put it in the pot. It needs to have a little blush in the cheeks, so we put that in the pot there. And he wants some bacon, so let's grab the bacon and slap it there. And then he wants some seaweed, so if we grab that and that. Or is it the wrong way around? You want that, and you want that. How do I make this again? Oh, it's the seaweed plus the thing. Alright. So seaweed plus this. So you got to put the seaweed down first, and then that. And they will take that, and they're happy. And this person wants 2 of these, so let's grab 2 of these. Ding and ding. Okay, you want blue ice cream? You want a dumpling. How did we do the dumplings again? I don't know, it never sticks in my head. Okay, so it's the dough plus filling and then into the pot. Dough, filling, and then into the pot. I suppose the critique there is that you can't do it the other way around. So we can't put the filling down and then add the dough, I don't think. Yeah, it has to be the right way around. Which is a bit sucky. You can have that one. Dough plus filling. It would be nice if you could do it sort of both ways around. Let's give you some cold ice cream. You want the 2 ice creams, pink and the blue. And you're done. Thank you. Alright, you guys want this plus that. This plus that. You want a fried egg, so let's get that frying. Throw the shell away. I like that little detail actually of the shell that's there. Thank you, thank you. Egg is done. Yeah, and that's basically it. That's the gameplay and the mechanics. These are all of the recipes essentially. I was trying to see if there was any other examples, but I think I've shown them all. I think we've made everything. Oh, we haven't actually made a sushi. Nobody's asked for a sushi yet. So the sushi, I think, is we put the rice there and then we just slap a piece of fish onto it so we don't grill the fish. And that's a sushi for anybody who wants it. Yeah, but in summary, that's all of the recipes, all of the gameplay, and that's the endless mode. Now, if you picture a time limit running out while we try and do this, that's the standard mode. And a time limit where we can then kick away people that we don't want to make their recipes because it might take too long. That's the rush mode. Yeah, so that's the gameplay in a nutshell. The critiques, well, let's just say first of all, if you're just here for the gameplay, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and comment and subscribe in the usual manners. I'm not going to go through my usual rigmarole there. You guys know what that's all about. I will appreciate it, and it'll help teach YouTube that you like videos about gaming, so thank you. And yeah, if you're heading out, thank you for watching. I do appreciate it a lot. If, however, you are thinking about the critiques, well, we've already gone through the lack of quality of life controls, the lack of being able to expand it into full view, and the lack of a tutorial to teach me how to play, because it was very difficult to find where all the things were around here. I did the eggs in particular. It took me a while to spot the eggs were down here. Make a couple of eggs, but I do like this thing where it forces you to throw the shells away. I think that is quite a cool element. The ice cream's nice and simple. Yeah. So you are that plus that into that, and then you are that plus that. And you just want a brown ice cream. Oh, there's the first one of those. So it's that plus that. And so on. Do you just want that? No. What is that one? Oh, is that the white? That's the white ice cream. I'm being an idiot. Alright. Yeah. So the critiques: quality of life, sound controls, no full screen, no tutorial. Yeah, the sounds very cute. I like the little sounds and things like that. I think they fit the game absolutely fine. Just a pity about the lack of sound controls. I quite like the background music as well. There's a lot of credits down here telling us who's making them and things like that. I hope it doesn't give me too much trouble on YouTube. I guess we'll find out. The art is absolutely adorable. I mean, look at this cuteness. Did they use any AI? Let's see what they talk about. No generative AI was used, so I'm guessing no AI. Did they add the no AI tag? No. Yeah, done in Unity, no generative AI. It's a very, very cute game. Very, very well done. Bravo, dev. And the gameplay. Yeah, the gameplay is absolutely fantastic. I especially like the endless mode. As I did mention, I don't like the fact that you can't do things the other way around. So you have to put that down first and then that. But you can't put that down first and then that. That doesn't work. That sucks. That is really not a happy way to do it. I do wish they it accepted it both ways, right? That would be my strongest recommendation. Otherwise the gameplay is fine. I think it would be a bit nice if there was like a story mode with kind of lore and things behind it, where you got to serve certain people, and also in the time limits when the customers have patience. So they have a patience thing behind the scenes where they will only wait a certain amount of time to be served, and they will just leave if they don't get served in time. This doesn't happen in endless mode, but it does happen in the thing. It would have been nice if there was a visual representation of their patience. I didn't spot one. They just stood there for a while and then disappeared. But a timer or something like that, or sometimes some kind of expression change or something that was quite obvious to say, okay, this guy's about to run out, so don't bother trying to do his food. He's going to leave before you finish anyway, so you might as well ignore him further and just process the next person along who's still looking quite patient. They think their time here is still doing well. Yeah, but in general, a sort of a story mode where you've got the story of your cafe, and they come in, and maybe each animal type has a personality, and you get to meet them and they talk to you. All of that kind of stuff. That would be a lovely development on this game to go further. Let's have a look, see anything mentioned, because I think there was a development log here. It just talks about new game modes. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about future plans. But yeah, I would love to see that kind of thing. I'd love to see this game go further. These kind of serving in a restaurant to cute entities is a very, very popular, I think, game design, game style. And I'm always happy to see more of them. And I would like to support this one and see it go further. And yeah, and bring more depth to it, and more elements, and more progression, sense of progression. I think that would be very, very nice, while keeping the cute thing. It would be nice if the story mode was still endless. There was no impatience or something like that. Or if there was, it was that they didn't go away. They were just like, oh, this was slow, I don't like it. Maybe you have like a store reputation that goes down and up as you get better at playing it, and then you can learn how to play that, and then you can start playing like the standard mode and the rush modes to try and get the time things and all of that kind of stuff built in. But some kind of mode where there's a story. It tells you about the restaurant, tells you about the people who are buying from you, and lets you learn the gameplay. So build the tutorial into the story mode would be my recommendation there. And that's it. That is all I have to say about that. I think this is an excellent game. The link is in the description. Come and play it. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye.